guys, it's me, and if you want to know my actual YouTuber name, then just go down and check. You don't have to be lazy. But while you're down there, hit like and subscribe. It's not that hard. It doesn't use too much energy. And I'm not asking you to run a marathon. Just hit like and subscribe. It helps a whole lot. So let's just get straight into solving a 3x3. Okay, so when we left off, we had just solved the bottom layer, and we had just finished solving the middle layer. So we've already got two of the layers. Now we just need this top guy right here. And I've also had a different camera set up because it was getting really annoying. So I'm just gonna adjust it. There we go. Okay, so we got this. So now we need the top layer. And if you remember, we went ahead and did the white cross. Remember that? Well, we got to do the same thing on the top. But you can't just go, because you just messed up white. That doesn't work. See? White's messed up. So, but that's in. So what you have to do instead is do something called the kite story. And in this one, what you're looking for is pretend these edge pieces aren't here, or these corner pieces aren't here. Only look at the edge pieces, the yellow or the top edge pieces. So there are 3 possibilities, I think. No, 4 possibilities. You can either have this one yellow and these ones other colors. Possibility number 2 is this one yellow, and then these ones other colors. Same thing, it would be the same if this one's yellow and this one's yellow, and then they're all different colors. This one's yellow and this one's yellow, but then the rest is different colors, and this one's yellow, and they're different colors. They're all the same thing. Anyways, you can either have 1 edge piece yellow, 0 edge pieces yellow, or 2 edge pieces yellow. With 2, you can have them in 2 different positions. You can have them shaped like a gun. See how it's kind of shaped like a gun? Sorry for anyone who doesn't like guns, but see how it's shaped like a gun right there? Or it can be shaped like a stick, like this. So if it's shaped like a gun, you're going to want to point the yellow side up, and you want the gun pointing at whoever's to your right. In this case, to my right is my dinosaur, which I don't know if you noticed, but last time he was like going roar, now he's going like brr. I'm gonna put him in different poses every time, so look at him, he's cool. Anyways, you're gonna do the kite story. So if you have a gun, you're gonna line it up so that it's pointing and gonna shoot at the person to your right, but the yellow is pointing up, but the gun's gonna shoot at the person to your left. And if it's a stick, you want to be able to jab it into the person into your right and jab it into the person in your left, and you want yellow side pointed up. So basically you either want it like, for you it would be like this or like this. So if right now you have a stick and it's pointed like this, you just want to turn it like this. And now your stick's pointed like this. And if you have a gun that's shaped like this, or let's say your gun is right here, you want to turn it so it's pointing to the person at your right. So what you're going to do is the kite story. You lie down in the grass, okay? Then you're going to let your kite go. Then the wind's going to take the kite away. But a lightning storm comes in and bang, lightning. So you bring your kite back and stand up. So if you had only 1 or 0 edge pieces, then it didn't matter where you put it, and you should now have a gun shape. If you had a gun shape, you now have a stick. And if you had a stick, you now have a cross, which is what you want. So if you had a stick, stay here. If you now have a stick, then just do the same thing again, but with it pointing to the sides. So again, you're gonna lie down in the grass, you're gonna let the kite go, then the wind's gonna take the kite, but then a thunderstorm rolls in and bang, lightning. So you bring the kite back, and you stand up, and now you have your yellow cross. Okay? So now what you're gonna look for is remember how last time you had to get your white cross, but it had to be lined up with the edge pieces? Well, we just did that, but if you see this one's lined up, but this one isn't, and this one isn't, and this one isn't. So we have to line those up now. Now, if you count, I had 1 that's correct and 3 that were wrong. That doesn't work. So what you're going to do is you're just going to turn it to the right once. And then you're going to check again. You have not correct, not correct, not correct, not correct. So you're going to turn it to the right. Correct, not correct, not correct, not correct. So you're going to turn it to the right. Not correct, not correct, not correct, and correct. Okay, perfect. We have 2 correct ones. Now, there are 2 possibilities. You will always have 2 that are correct. You will never have none or 3. You will always have exactly 2. You can either, so look at yours, 2 pieces that are correct. In this case, they're right here. And draw a line in between them. So in this case, they're right here. And so you're going to draw it like this, because that without cutting diagonally. And you don't want to touch the corners. Only touching center and edge pieces, draw a line to them. So in this case, it's like this, because these are my 2 correct ones. But if it's like this, like the stick, then you're going to have to do this twice. Again. So now you're going to take your 2 incorrect ones, and you're also going to draw a line, which for me is also a gun. And you want that incorrect one shooting the person to your right again. Now if you have a stick, you want the stick with the correct pieces, 2 correct ones, and again hold it stabbing the person to your left and right. So what you're going to do is, it's called the car race, and you want to again take your 2 incorrect ones and draw a line through them, or this way with your right ones, and it's the car race. So the flag goes up, 2 cars leave, and the flag goes back down. Then 1 car comes back, and the flag goes up. And congratulations, you've just won a race. You're amazing. And then the other car comes back, sad, he lost, and then the flag goes down. Now you're going to turn it once, and there's not really a story for that, but you can remember it. And now if you've done the stick, or the gun shape, then you should have them all in the correct spot. But if you had the stick, now you're going to turn it twice this way, and then turn your cube once, and then do it again, and you should have the right spot. It's what it always happens for me. Okay, next, we have our corners. First, you'll notice they're not in the right spot. But we can't just move them to the right spot, because it kind of doesn't work out, because now these aren't aligned right. So what you're going to look for is, you're not looking for corners that are turned right. You just want them to be in the right spot. So for example, this one right here is correct. Even though it's not turned the right way, it's in the right spot. It doesn't matter how it's turned, just as long as it's in. So it's a yellow, orange, green corner. The center pieces touching it are yellow, green, and orange. So this corner works. This corner doesn't, this corner doesn't, and this corner doesn't. So this corner is the one you want, and you're going to take the ones touching it, so this one, and this one, because this is our correct corner, and again, you make a gun shape. Yes, when you're memorizing Rubik's Cubes, there are a lot of guns and sticks. So you'll make a gun shape. Now, if you have if you have, 1 minute, I'm thinking, if you don't have any corners that are in the right spot, then it doesn't matter where you do it. Just pick a spot and do this pattern, and then look for a corner that's correct, and you should have one. But if it doesn't work out, try again in the same spot, and keep going until you have one that's correct. And then once you have one that's correct, make this gun shape. So once you have this gun shape, you're going to point it to your right, so that way. And so you're gonna go, it's the night story. So the night rises. No, not the night with like the moon. The night as in the one that fights off dragons. And so the night rises, and this time it's the night that fights dragons. And out of nowhere, a fireball comes. So it was the dragon. And the dragon's kind of like rising. This is the dragon. This is the knight. This is the dragon. Okay, so the dragon rose. The knight shoots an arrow at the dragon and then hides. The dragon shoots a fireball at where the knight just was, but the knight's hiding, so he's safe. And then he also hides. And then turn it once. I'm trying to think of something for that. The air had a chemical reaction with the fireball that made the wind blow. Does that make sense? Okay, now check your corners. This one, the one that you made the gun shape around, will always be in the same spot. So it's definitely right. These three are wrong, though. So we're going to try again. So night rises. There was a fireball. So the dragon rises because it was the dragon that shot the fireball. The knight shoots an arrow at the dragon and hides. The dragon shoots a fireball at the knight and hides, and then a chemical reaction between the fireball and the air causes the wind to blow that way. Does that make sense? Okay, now check. This one works, this one works, this one works, and this one works. They're all in the right spot. Now we have to turn them the right way. And for this, it's the car race and then another car race. So what you have to do is you're just going to have to keep going until you find the sweet spot. So don't do anything until I tell you what this sweet spot is. So just don't turn your cube. Wait until I get to that sweet spot. But the pattern you do is the car race. So the flag goes up, 2 cars leave, the flag goes down, 1 car comes back, he won the race, the flag goes up, other car comes back, sad in defeat, and the flag goes down. But instead of turning it once like you normally do, don't do that. Instead, it's the piston cup this time. Meanwhile, in Japan, on this side, the flag goes up. 2 cars leave. And yes, don't hate on me. I know the piston cup isn't in Japan. Actually, I don't know the piston cup is in Japan. That's the guy who said it. And people say, piston cup isn't in Japan, you suck. Oh. Anyways, and the flag goes down. Then 1 car comes back, but because they're in Japan and stuff there is not the same, the car, instead of coming back this way, the cars go all the way around, so 1 car comes back, flag goes up, you won, other car comes back, flag goes down. Congratulations, you won 2 car races, 1 here, and then you took a plane and won another one. Okay, and then you're just going to try it somewhere else. And you're going to keep doing the car race and then the piston cup until you come across a specific pattern. And sometimes you'll get used to the patterns and you'll find ways to get to that pattern the fastest. But I'm at that pattern right now. See it? It kind of looks like someone flipping another person off, if you can think of it like that. This is their middle finger right there, and then this is their hand. And what you're going to look at it, and I learned this at the zoo, and it's a really cool fact, that predator's eyes, a predator has eyes in the front so they can have clear vision for their prey, and prey have eyes on the side of their head because they want to be able to eat grass while looking to see if a predator is going to come up. So if predators usually win over prey, they usually end up eating the prey. So prey, if you have prey, then you have to do this twice. If you have predator, you have to do it once. And you want to flip off the person to your right. So the person that way. Which for me is the dinosaur, but for you it's someone here. Probably me, actually. So what you're going to do is the car race again. Flag goes up, 2 cars leave, flag goes down. 1 car comes back, flag goes up, other car comes back, and flag goes down. Then meanwhile in Japan, flag goes up, 2 cars leave, flag goes down. They come all the way around because it's Japan and that makes sense. So 1 car comes back, flag goes up, other car comes back, flag goes down. Now if you had predator, congratulations, you've just solved it. If you have prey, you should now have it already pointing to your right, middle finger, do it 1 more time, and you've just solved a Rubik's Cube. So thanks for watching, and bye.